Hi guys, welcome on another episode of the Conan Exile gameplay. I had a little bit of trouble with the first server that I used, so I'm rolling another one with a little bit better luck, so we could start from the beginning, but I'll be a little bit faster. Now, I'm not gonna do... yeah, let's use this one. This is the 1125 official server. Has a good community, not that big, not that small. We will start again from here. Let's roll a new character. I'll just go through the setting as fast as I can. If you want to have a little bit more details about the customization of the characters, you could go on my previous clip. I'm not gonna explain keys, commands, controls, anything. In this one I just go straight into the gameplay because everything has already been explained in the first video. So let's go and choose. Let's make something that I actually like. Yep, this one. Maybe like that. No, it looks like a drag queen. We don't want that for now. Okay, let's leave it like that. Body feature, we want to this is a Vendian, so supposedly it's not that buff, so we want something in the middle. And of course we want a long schlong. That's it. Let me change the name. We'll take the name that we used in the first video, which is Crawl. Confirm. That's it. We are ready to go. I skipped this scene.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands.
And here we are. This is a starting point in the middle of the desert. As you can see, we got a slightly different spawn area this time. We are a little bit more in the middle. In the first video we were further west. So let's read this. So we get this journey step complete, and then let's get to the resources that I need to start to build, to make clothes and other stuff.
Where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it.
Now, as I was explaining in the first video,
follow the road. Any road.
You can gain level quite fast at the beginning, especially if you do all the steps of your journey. The first steps are quite easy. It's all about drink, clothe yourself, dodge, eat, climb, with very simple things. Kick, this one, getting also this step now. This is all very step. If you do these things right away, you'll gain 5 or 6 level before you even get out of the deserts. So yeah, let me put some points to get slightly better stats for the moment, and we want to get this one.
And this message.
And these
stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed
you got another journey step. Yeah. Now that's all we need to do in order to complete the first chapter. So simple stuff like clothe yourself, make a bed. That should be pretty straightforward. Let's make clothes first. And no, I need a little bit more resources to make tools. chests. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, what is stamina? Let's go. Yeah. And here there should be the bath. Yep, those are branches, we need those. And the bath is there. This is just a static encounter. He won't attack you.
Sandstorm.
He's basically just a placeholder for you to go and find this diary that gives you a little bit more of the background. And he gives you some information. Quick notes about the lore in Conan. There is actually a storyline, but it's not like if you're playing World of Warcraft, where basically you have a question mark on the top of the NPC, you go there and it tells you all the story. You have to go around, find people, you don't know if these people are important for the lore or not. You have to find those stones that gives you a little bit more background about the story of the lands. And you have to be very, okay, I need points. Yeah, and you have to be very careful because it's everything counts. So, and especially if you're not familiar with the books of Conan, you need to get, if you want to go through the storyline and you're just not just playing for PvP and stuff. Yeah, let me put a couple of points here. Yeah, we need a weapon. And we need boxes. Yes, okay, now I need to make a bed and I need to create a weapon so I can slay an enemy. And I will finish the first chapter. And I'm already on level 5. Okay, so I need a few more twines, then I need branches and rocks. Since I have the tools, getting rocks should be faster now. I only have to find, let me get these branches first. I only have to find a rock that I can destroy with the hatchet, with the axe stuff. Where is it? That's too far away. Yeah, I need rocks. That's too far away. Here you are. Okay, that should be enough for now. Let's make a sword. Yeah. And let me move things around. I like to organize the bar in a way that I get weapons, shield first, and then I do everything that is tools or food at the end. It's just easier for me because of I'm using a keyboard to play this, so 1, 2, 3 are easier for me from the directional keys. Okay, I need to make a bed so I can finish the chapter, and I need more fibers. Let me get fibers. And let's start to look around, because now we are by the river, and here where the enemies like NPC beasts start to roam the map, so you have to be careful because they can attack you just behind your back. And while before the updates of this year it was quite straightforward, because honestly the enemies and the beasts on the map were pretty dumb. The AI was totally broken and the combat system wasn't that good. Now they are little son of a bitch. They attack you, they do combos, they do special moves, they apply buffs on you, so you have to be careful. Let me get this nice gentleman out of the way. Yep, as you can see I just got crippled. Here you are, and I got the level as well. Like this and like that, and I got the steps, so I just need to make a bed now, and I can finish the first chapter. Okay, let me get more stuff. By the way, I also have to get some food, some real food, and I need to fill up my water skin. Okay, oh, I got bleeding. Daggers give you a bleeding buff on you, and you have to be very careful because you'll die easily when you get bleeding, because you lose damage over time, and if they stuck 3 or 4 times, especially at lower level, you die, and you die. That's the first one. Let me get everything. Oh, okay, I got a piece of armor as well, and this one I have to be careful with this, because if he hits me, give me the... Here you go, that's it. Now, just for reference, daggers give you bleeding buff, that's both on you and on your enemy. Swords give you cripple buff. Basically, your movement is you move slower, so you have to be careful. Okay, let's go for a swim. There are... Here you are. I just filled the tank now, and you can see that there are quite a few base already, but this one was attacked. Yeah, this one was attacked. I can see it's been ripped apart, so we go and have a look. If there is nobody in the base and we are lucky, we can do a little bit of scavengers and we can get some resources for free. Let me get to his online. Okay, also, we are at the Sentinel, which is one of the landmark on the map, and this guy here is an NPC called Argos Water, and it's a special one. Now you get this kind of NPC, they're friendly, you can talk to them, they can teach you something. This one, for instance, they just teach you an emote kind of movement that you could do. And if you talk to him, there are 4 or 5 little piece of dialogue that tells you a lot about the story. For instance, now it's telling you about the bracelet, and if you take it off, you just die.
Leave it on. You'll start to hear the voices soon enough. Start seeing the ghosts.
The ghosts is also another thing that you find a lot on the map. Usually when you see ghosts, there is always a diary or something that teaches you something. Recipes, or
some call it the curse wall, or the ghost
another emote, something like that.
Doesn't really matter what it's called, does it? I walked all the way around it once. Had to be careful not to.
Now it's telling you about the barrier. Basically, the barrier around the map is a green sort of like the Matrix thing. Green, it goes down. If you cross that, you die, and you also lose everything. So you can't go back and loot your body to get your stuff back. So be very careful, because if you cross it, you just die. Don't try it. I've tried it, that's no good. Don't do it again.
At the beginning, there were only a few of us. Now, seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week.
Okay, this base was completely ripped apart. Let's see if we can find something useful for us. Hopefully we won't get attacked. Okay, this is a guard, but it's not attacking me because it's after 11 p.m. so the PvP time is over, and when the PvP time is over, all the trolls, all the beasts that you have tamed, they don't attack you unless you attack their owners. So in case you attack their owners, okay, I got a step, they will defend him, but otherwise, if you just go around and you don't attack them, they won't attack you back, they won't do anything. And they cannot be damaged as well, so it's you can't go there and kill them outside of the PvP time. Let me see, this is open, nothing. So if you see something like this, like a base that was attacked and is ripped apart, you can go after 11 or before 5 p.m. and you can try to see if you can get something from there. Okay, got a bit of honey, not much, but good enough. Let's see here, nothing. Okay, they totally clean it. Now, if you look at this base, this is exactly what you don't have to do on a PvP kind of server. If you want to have a nice base, you know, with a lot of stuff inside, just don't go on PvP. Go on a PvE server where building cannot be damaged, or even PvP conflict, that's the same. Okay, I put the bed down, so finish the journey. And where we are? Yeah, okay. These islands. Now, let me get a fireplace. Yep. And let's cook some food because the food stats is going down a lot. Okay. Let's attack. Let's attack him. Attack, 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 dodge. Attack, 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 dodge. And yeah, attack, die. Here. Let's use hatchet, and we got meat, bones and hide. That's so good. So I can get some food from here, and we can make a nice fire and cook some food. Okay, good. I got another thing. Now, there is one of the steps in the journey, I don't remember exactly which chapter is you have to dye a piece of armor. So I got the dye, but it doesn't show up here. Okay, this is dye. No. Okay, maybe I'm just too low level. So let's wait a little bit. Let's get stairs. I need nothing from here. campfire. The big one is quite useful because it cooks faster and you can do more stuff on it. We need a shield. We have the temple, nothing here. Let's get a ship. Okay. This is all done. What we need: lock, all, store goods, torch. Okay, I'm starting to get hungry, so I need to eat. Okay. Eat. Good. Eat again. So I have full stats now. And now, let's leave the camp here. So what happened now is, once you put down your bedroll and your bed, you get it appears on the map, so it basically becomes a spawn point. So if you die, you just start either from your bedroll, from your bed, or from the desert if you want, or if everything else has been destroyed. Oh, that's a nice place. Okay, this is another base that is going to get is online. Okay, it's not online now. This is another base that's going to get destroyed, Shiro. Very, very easily. Let's see inside. Okay. In PvP, you don't want to put windows because people just look inside to see what you have. For instance, right now I've seen that this guy has an hyena inside. There are no trolls, and he has pretty much all the station already in place. It's a really nice building, and I guess he wants to put a temple here. It's really nice concept, but he's gonna get destroyed. Yep, that's a hyena inside, and this is pretty empty. And you have a temple of Terketo. Let's click on it. Yep, these steps as well. That one was destroyed as well. Yeah. Let's go agility. Yeah. And get information maker. Or okay, let's get the Wheel of Pain, although it's a little bit too early to have it. And we got the Furniture Maker Station. Okay, we got the armors. Okay, we need to start to get the stations now. Blacksmith, carpenter, those are the most important ones that you want to create as soon as possible, because you start to be able to make a lot of cool stuff, especially with the blacksmith, because you start to smell iron, and once you've smelt iron you can create a blacksmith station, and then you can create weapons. You can create iron weapons, steel weapons, and all the stuff that you won't have. Those are the first station you have to have right away as soon as possible. Okay. Let me go Okay, let's see if we can find something useful for us here, although I think that it's been really cleaned up. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so that's it's been destroyed as well. Man, you don't want to do this. It's a nice place. No. Okay, those are NPC as well. Yeah, and this is also a new thing. The fact that beast and NPC attack each other. This is to be like that. So what you could do, like I've done now, you can let them fight each other, and then once their health is low, you just stack them, so it's very easy. Okay, so let me get something from these guys. Okay, this is good to know. Disappear. Okay, this is let me get this. If you get a dry tree like this one, you can see it's white, and you eat it with an axe, it gives you barks. Barks are very important, and it also gives you an achievement. One of your journey steps is eating a tree with the barks. Usually it's quite rare to find these kind of trees unless you're in the desert. 5 number. Oh, nice, nice. This guy has made a bridge just below the surface of the water, so you can't really see unless you eat it. This is really cool stuff. This is the kind of things I really like in this game. It's the building system. I think the building system, it's really cool. Oh, look at that, nice. Let's get a little bit more meat. Attack, 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 attack. That's my cocoa. And we got another level. Good. Okay, so if you're new from the game, this one I'm standing on, the black one, is Black Ice Foundation. This is a tier 3 kind of construction that you can make later on in the game. I think you have to hit level 40 or something like that. So the fact that this is here, and especially with the vaults is another kind of structure where you could, they're very strong, it's very difficult to attack, so you usually put everything that is valuable to you inside. Okay, I got a hat, so need to climb. Yep. Here you are. And this is another structure that is okay. It's near a village and it's open. They attacked this. Oh, nice. It's empty. So they either didn't finish this or someone attacked this place and destroyed. It's really nice. He also has stairs that goes around. We can go on the top. I think that this isn't finished yet. I don't think that someone has attacked it. Okay, now if I go into this village I get another achievement, but these... Dude, throwing arrow, I don't have stamina. Oh, no. Okay, let me... Okay, this is level 2 warrior. It's a little bit tougher as you can see. Okay. Let me get stamina and... No. Let me eat some. No. I need to eat something, yeah. So. You have to be very careful in this game. It's okay. Let me get all of this. This is another piece of armor. You can easily die if you do the wrong thing. Let's say if I was close to the village and the archer was keeping, you know, throwing stones and arrows to me, I would have died right now. So I have to move away, otherwise. Okay, they're trying to build up things. Some more food. Yeah, use these points. Let me get a bow. Scroll, I need it. Oh, use one of the... There you are. As I was saying, you have to be very careful, especially when you do these things with your menu, because they can attack you, and they will attack you, whether they are NPC beasts or other players. You have to be very careful. Okay, let's go this way. Now, okay, I'll try to go inside. Although it's really okay. Let me get some mint here. I'll try to go inside and find a place to build my first base. Now, when you start, probably. Especially when you're on a PvP server, you don't want to be in a place that is too obvious, because they will destroy your base, usually assholes, and you don't want to do something too big. The first base is usually something that you use for 10, 20 level. You start to gain resources, you start to gain some stuff that you might need, and then you move on in a different area. Usually, oh, look at that. Usually you have 2 to 3 bases before you start to make your final base. Let's put it this way. And now it's easier, because now after the updates in January, I believe, you can actually... Oh, I need this to have later. You actually can take back in your inventory all the stations. Before it wasn't like that. Once you had made a station and you had placed it in your base, that was it. So if the station was in the wrong position, that's it. You can do it. You can't do anything else. You just have to destroy it and do it again. Now you can pick it up and put back into your inventory, which is extremely good, because what you can do, you can make a base, you can stay there for a while, you can create all your station, and once you move to the next one, you just pick up your stuff and bring it with you. So you save a lot of grinding time. Okay, let me go up. So and by the way, this is real-time game. There is no cuts, there is no... I'm not trying to make it sweeter, so you see exactly what it is to play this game, which actually is a lot of fun, except when you get things like that where you can't go... Here you are. It's actually a lot of fun. You just need to start to get into the game. It's a lot of grinding, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of planning, so the building system, I believe it's one of the best one up there. The combat system, it is a lot better now than it used to be, and the game, the map is just it's funny. I think it's still a little bit empty though, but they are trying to put more content. I think they are trying to do a few more dungeons, which would be funny. Okay, what I'm doing now is this is just a little... Now it's already there. This is a very nice spot. This is a really nice spot. Basically what happened is, under this waterfall there is a cave right behind that, and if you do it well, it's absolutely visible from outside. So you have to know that there is a cave behind this waterfall, and your base has is totally hidden. I knew that this is it because I had placed a base there before, and if you go online and you look for, if you go on YouTube and you look for Conan Exiles, best place for hidden bases, something like that, usually they give you a few spots. The problem is that now everybody knows it is there, so you don't have much chances to find it unclaimed, like in this case where it's already someone. but that's a terrific spot. I really hoped, because that's actually the kind of base that you can keep. And you can keep as many bases as you want. The only problem is you have to be careful, because in Conan Exiles there is a decay system. Basically, if you don't log in for a week, everything that you have in game becomes decayed. Once it becomes decayed, every other player can just destroy it. And I think it gets automatically destroyed if you don't log in for a couple of weeks. But as long as you log in at least once a week, even for 30 seconds, and you go to your base, so you just literally touch the wall, the decay just resets, it starts over again. So you can have more bases, just you have to be careful, because if you have too many bases, then you probably spend half of your playing time just walking around on the map to go to each one of your base to make sure that it doesn't decay. I think if you do, I'm creating building structures, by the way. I'm starting to create a base here on top of this tree, because to make things a little bit more difficult for people. Not that they cannot destroy it, they could do it, but let's put it this way for now. So I need, okay, apart from the cave, which is a really good spot, this is a good area to build your first base, because you're close to 2 or 3 villages and you have a lot of resources you might need. There is iron nearby, there is a river, there is a lot of stones, a lot of foods, there is even dry wood, so you can get dry wood, which is really good for building 2-tier things. And you can get barks, and barks are very useful for tannery and for drying wood. Okay, let me get. And by the way, you can see on the chat that there is a lot of English speaker guys here. In the previous video, we ended up on a Russian server, so that was another reason to why I re-roll another server, because I don't speak Russian. The Russian are quite competitive in this game, so I wouldn't last for very long, because I am just a casual solo player. Okay, I'm over camber. Let's create more foundations. And the foundations weighs less than the material, so you can see that the weight goes down. It was at 202%, now it's 96, 93. And usually resources are always heavier than the final product. So if you are out there gaining resources for certain things, probably it's a good thing to get enough resources, build what you need to build, and keep gaining more resources. Okay, let's do our first base then. Don't have anything here. Okay, there's a torch. investigate more steps. Now, okay, I'm creating more building blocks, a little bit more twines because I need them for the door, and I have created a torch because so I can get another achievement on the journey, and I'm also getting to 100 woods. Yeah, so I can make the door. Okay, now let's do this first. Wooden box, because this is another achievement that I need to get. So I'll make this first. Okay, so let's put it here and line it up. That's it. I got this. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is because getting steps completed on your journey gives you a lot of experience. So if you want to level fast, but you want to get the steps done first, I think from an experience point of view, you get the first things to get experience is to complete the steps of the journey, then travel and find a new place. That gives you a lot of experience as well, and then killing mobs, NPC, beasts, and so on gives you experience as well. And you also get experience from building things, from creating assets and tools on your stations, and also if you don't do anything, just if you stand in the game online, you get a little bit of experience. It's nothing, but you still gain some experience even if you don't do anything, which I think helps a lot people that have both, so they can stay online 24 hours 7. Okay, I cannot get anything. I wanted to get notes. Okay, that's complete. The base. I'm just doing a very basic base on the top of the tree. Probably it's just a square 3x3 or 4x4, just to give enough to build, to put walls around, so it's a little bit like a base. Okay, I got that one. But this is not my permanent base by all means. It's very. I have to crouch to walk around. So I don't know. It doesn't have a space. The reason why I've done the base on the top of this tree is because lower level are put off from attacking the base. It's a little bit more difficult to attack a base that is on top of a tree or on top of a rock formation, very high in the sky. Not that they cannot attack. I don't think that you could do anything in this game to prevent other people from attacking you, because as soon as you do, even the hardest base in the game, if they really want to, they can raid your base no matter what. Of course, you don't have to make their life easier this way. So personally, since I usually play let's destroy this, so I can go down on the tree, otherwise it would be difficult to climb up. As I was saying, what I prefer, since I play solo, so I don't have many players, and let's face it, if you have a big clan, there is no history. They can attack you whenever they want, and they can destroy you whenever they want. So what I like to do as a solo player, I always try to find a location which is as hidden as possible, in a part of the map where people don't go very often. So that gives you a good chance not to be attacked for a while. The second one, so basically I would say hidden spots or a very strange place, like on the outskirts of the map. Usually that's a good place because people don't usually go near the barrier, or in caves. Caves are very good because they give you a natural protection. And hidden, of course. The second one is to build your base as higher as possible. So if you build your base on top of trees or on top of towers, you will see some. I think you have seen there are some towers over there, but you can get bigger towers, very tall. So if you go on top of that, it's more difficult for people to attack you. Even just because climbing up takes 5 minutes, so they usually don't do that unless they really want to attack you. In that case, that's it. Or inside structure. There is a lot of structures that are actually empty inside, and you can find a lot of them if you go on YouTube and you look for best spots or hidden spots for bases. You see a lot of video about Conan Exiles and where are the best places where you can actually build bases. Unfortunately, since these videos are public, everybody now can find them, so there is no really any surprise. So you could go around, you can look for nice spots. Otherwise, you can find your own spots, and I'm sure there is a lot of them that is actually not public. You can't find on any video. You just have to go around on the map and find the best spots. Okay, so I'm just gaining resources now. This is okay. Gaining resources so I can finish my first base. Let's go this way. Okay. Okay, yes, of course. Here you are. So let's put the walls around, and yeah, I need a couple of those. Here you are. I just need a place to put my bed, a campfire, and the wooden box at the moment, just very basic. But yeah, actually I could do a 2 level, because actually if you go up it's a little bit freer, but there are all these leaves, you can't really see anything. I could put the bed here. Now let's take it back. Now let's keep it simple for now. Let me finish the base. Let's put the bed here. Okay, let's put the campfire here, close, so it won't take much space. Let's do, okay, try food. Let's cook stuff, so I can start to get some extra food that I can start to store. And yeah, let me eat. Okay, eat and drink, and we want to put the doors here. One of the good things about building a base on a tree or on a high structure is that I could put my door here, and basically what happens is if someone is attacking me, he will not be able to use potions, because even if they throw the potions, they won't reach the structure, so that's a good point. He won't be able to use bombs, because there is no place where they can actually put the bombs. So that's another good point. But if they have enough climbing stats, they can climb all the way up on the roof, and then they could use potions and they can use bombs. I have a lot of stuff here, so let me so when you have a nice structures like this one, when you have a base that is built on top of something, as soon as you can, unfortunately you can't do it right now because your level is too low, you might want to put fences around. So basically the fence prevent people from climbing up. You just get damage and you fall down. And once you have that, that's a pretty secure base at that point, because they can't go on the ceiling, they can't throw potions, they can't leave any bomb around your structure, they can't go on the roof. At that point, the only two ways they have to attack you is they can either use a catapult, but again, if you are quite high, even the catapult won't reach you, or the only thing left is to summon an avatar. And even with that, it depends what kind of avatar it is. Before you didn't have any flying avatar, but now with the new expansion you have Shebel Jack, I think it's called. I have to double check. And that's a flying avatar. So basically it's a big god that you can summon. Though it takes a lot of resources to summon a god in Conan Exiles. and that can fly on your base, and you can just damage it. So I think they make these new gods just because otherwise the base on top of things were too powerful for to be raided, to be attacked. Okay, some stuff. By the way, I just put stuff into the box, so I free my inventory. I have more room. I can carry with me more resources, and I also got an extra level. So we are level 14 now, and we got 14 level in just about 1 hour gameplay. Okay, we need those. Thunder, that's important, and iron tools, that's important. So, as I was saying before, we need this. It's very important. This is the animal pen. You can train animals in here. It's very important. Animal for defense are much better than trolls. Okay, yeah, that's it. So as I was saying, you can get the first 15 to 20 level quite fast, as long as you follow the journey, because it gives you a lot of experience. You get a lot of levels quite fast. It will slow down because of course the amount of experience that you need to go from one level to the other keeps increasing, so eventually it will start to take some time for you to level up, but you can pretty much do the first 20-30 level within the first couple of hours maximum, which gives you quite a good advantage, because if you stay as level 30 in a starter area like the river, or even this one where I'm building the base, that's good. You can start to attack more mobs, and you can go around, gain more resources. You go faster in the game. Oh no, just enough. Okay, I need to go down again, get a little bit more resources. Here you are. So I can complete the ceiling, and yeah, I need to use the shield to block an attack, so I will complete chapter 2 steps as well. So here you are, done. Okay, so and some meat, which we need. I don't need the heads right now, so I just throw them away. Yep. Here you are. Let me get some more stones just in case, and I eat something. Good. So the base from outside looks fine. From inside it's very small, so I won't stay here for very long, but I just wanted to show you guys how to create a first base, just how long does it take, gain resources, look for a smart spot. And you can see this is apart from the size of the base, which is not good, this is a good spot, and you could easily get that even better. Okay, here you are. If you spend a little bit of time to make it a little bit more secure. But right now I just wanted to get a simple base, that's it. We can look about making a strong base later on in another episode. Okay, let's cook some food. I have food, let's eat. And here you are. Let's drink. Okay. So that's it. We have a base. Let's put some stuff. Yeah, you want to put stuff that is actually heavy. Okay, so we have done a base. We have completed the first two chapters of the journey, which brought us to level 15. Yep. Now what we could do later is we can start to build up on this base. We can start to create the stations, and we can start to do a little bit of crafting, which is another very cool things in Conan. And we can progress the characters to another, I don't know, let's see, we could do 4 or 5 levels, 10 levels each time, so we should be able to reach level 16 4 or 5 episodes, and that's where the fun starts to really begin, because then you have all the end game content. Here you are, that's complete. I have another 3 or 4 things to complete chapter 3. In order to complete some of these steps, I have also something else completed from other chapters. As I was saying in episode 1, same thing. Even if you don't see it, if you complete the journey step, you still get the achievement anyway. That's where we are on the map. We are close to the desert, close to the starting point, which usually is the river. And we are ready to start exploring the map a little bit more and see what happened. Yeah, it takes some time to go up there. Okay, that's a temple. This is a tier 3 temple. They just appear on the map. I'm pretty sure that there is more than one tier 3 temples in here. It's just that they don't show up all together at once. I think I have to reach level 20 to start to see all of them on the map. Yep, that's where I am. There's quite a few players. This is the official servers 1125, and that's it. I think we can wrap it up for now. Thank you very much for staying this long to watch the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have learned something new. Stay tuned for another episode. I'll try to post an episode every 2 or 3 days. And if you like the content, please subscribe and put a like. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day, peace, and enjoy. Bye.